I was turned 50. Wow. Yeah, I turned 50, and I was really getting worried about my health. I was really worried about some of my lifestyle choices I was making, and around my diet and other lifestyle issues I was having, and I was really starting concerned about how things are going to end. Um, I was getting very worried about my health. I was losing lots of sleep about it, and having young children as well, a young child and an older child as well. It's just about the sort of longevity of everything. Also, I knew I didn't look great. I didn't like being in shape. I didn't feel like this was the true me. I actually, after probably week two, probably two or three, basically when we started to make some of the reductions. Also, it did get me sort of like, well, if I'm going to be doing this for my diet, I'm going to have to sort of address a couple other things. So it did sort of inspire other sort of healthy lifestyle, healthy choices, like, exercising and a few other things as well. So, well, it sounds a bit corny. I was doing it for weight because the weight was the thing was stood out, and I think I've smashed it. To be brutally honest with you, my weight loss is like over 4 stone now, 26 kilograms. I think, yeah, it is 26 kilograms. But then what we actually realized, I mean, that is not the real goal. There's so many secondary goals, which become primary goals, like, about health, fitness, and I was suffering from high blood pressure as well, and having to be to level. I was taking regular medication for it, and then I suddenly dropped down. I saw that drop down. I didn't actually realize. I didn't put when I realized my blood pressure was getting back to normal. I can really actually have a sensible conversation with a doctor about coming off of blood pressure medication. But if you take health aside, it's about mental agility, waking up refreshed, sleeping better. And I was sleeping better not just because I was under stress, because I thought, I can see a way through my sort of health issues and my sort of like being enslaved to the food industry. It was so there was so many other sort of positive byproducts which you didn't realize. When I set off on the journey, I didn't realize it was actually these are important to you, and sometimes they're just too numerous to count. Regularly, enjoying exercise again. Don't feel like it's a chore. If I haven't gone out for my sort of like run or cycle at lunchtime, I'm feeling like right. I feel like I'm missing out. Didn't feel like I would be like that again since my since my 30s. Where went aha in the challenge was probably the first week of spring. And I think it was around that time, it was around the first week of spring, where we had given up something which I thought I could never give up. And the first week of spring, and just literally just seeing all the other benefits coming in, not just the weight loss, everything else was starting to come together. And it felt like it was a really comprehensive sort of set of positive changes. It all started to come together probably the first week we did spring. So I think I was week 6 or 7. It was around that moment. Everything, diet, exercise, not taking my health for granted, not pushing off important stuff like this to tomorrow. Measuring myself, I'm a firm believer. You measure something, you can control it. I'm not sort of like sort of being in denial about some of the important stuff. Also, with my partner, we talked about this. We're also going to sort of help our children go on this path as well. We're not going to force it on them, but we're just going to lead by example. And where I can, pay it forward. If I actually look at the circumstances, how I saw Sue's post initially, it was a bit random, and you know, I wasn't too mindful ever to sort of reply to Sue, respond to it, you know, and I'm just thinking, oh my God, what if I hadn't just scrolled past some, you know, just scroll past my social media feed and just ignore that post, you know, where would I be now? It just really bothers me. It's scary, actually. It really is. Yeah. So yeah, everything's different. Every aspect of, you know, my lifestyle has been affected by this, and you know, it is a challenge. There's no doubt about that. But however, it has been extremely enjoyable as well. So you know, it comes up as a challenge, but you know, it's been a lot of fun as well. 100%. So I would definitely recommend WellFit. 100%. The benefits and yeah, and the discovery of unknown benefits is absolutely worth it. It's not a diet; it's a lifestyle, and it's a massive lifestyle change. And it's, you know, it's given me so many sort of benefits, numerous to mention. The one I'm going to mention as well, sort of freedom and knowledge and education, and also that sort of everything's geared around long-lasting change, not this. You know, I have been a serial dieter in the past. That it's not let's get the weight off, and then you're okay for a couple of months, and it all piles back on, and sometimes you're gaining even more. Yeah, it's absolutely revolutionary. Brilliant, and I've said this so many times about well, I think the support from the Sue and the group, and I've said this repeatedly even from the early days. The materials and the stuff you get from WildFit themselves is great and they're good, and I like the way the program is set up, really comprehensive, and how they introduce stuff and take stuff out and put that. It's awesome. But equal components, and if you think of it as a triangle, you've got the materials, you've got Sue's coaching, and you've got the group to complete the whole triangle. It's, you know, they're all as equal components as each other. You take one of those away, I think some of the other, you know, some of the other things will start collapsing. I think it's essential, to be honest with you. If you ask me to describe WildFit in one word, awesome. Oh God, no, never. And there's one thing I no, you know, now in reflection, I looked at my behavior and, you know, done a little bit of like root cause analysis. There's no way I would ever go back or want to go back or desire. And also, certain things around alcohol was and the food I was eating was all sort of interlinked, which I didn't really realize. So I would eat rubbish food the next day or rubbish food at the time. I would even occasionally smoke, and it just was absolutely a hide into hell. So no way. And I think as I really want to say as well, it's like, you know, I have been a serial dieter. I have tried lots of different things. What I loved about WildFit, it's like it's taking some of those concepts like paleo, ketosis, stuff I dabbled in and intermittent fasting, but how it all put together in one comprehensive program is really so much beneficial.